Hello and welcome along. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. And today is April the 21st and it's really annoying. So I have discovered that despite the fact I thought we'd bought this farm and all the equipment with us, it does turn out it's been a little bit too good to be true. All of this grass stuff, all of this new grass stuff was not paid for by the previous owner. They hadn't. They'd bought it on a loan, on a hire purchase, neglected to tell us when they sold us the farm, and so we're having to sell it all on. We're having to get rid of it. It's too it's way too much out of the budget for us. So we're having to go with some slightly cheaper stuff, and some stuff that is it's just really annoying. I'm unhappy. So yeah, this is being reclaimed. We can't use any of this. Fortunately, the plough is something we do own, and of course we have our seeder which we bought ourselves. But that does mean today we're getting started on the grass stuff. We're looking to start doing some silage work, and yeah. We have no mowers or anything. Although, yes, we do. Because when I first heard of this, I rang up our local machinery dealer, and they have got me some stuff. It's not Cavernland. It's not the stuff that we've got here. They sent it. It's interesting. The store around here. I presumed that these had come from the shop that we've got down here. And they actually haven't. I think they must have been purchased somewhere else in order to do whatever hire purchase setup that the previous farmer had done. And yeah, it's just, yeah, they're not accepting for us to buy them off them. It would cost too much in the interest payment and everything that needs to be done. And yeah, so I've said to them, take them back. Agreement wasn't with us, yeah, that is absolutely not my circus, not my monkeys. Take it up with them, and so they're coming to collect them and take them off our hands. So we have spoken to our local machinery dealer down here, and you can actually see there's a few bits waiting for us down there. Because we've ordered some new Pottinger equipment from them, which should get our silage stuff going. We do have a tedder on order as well, but that isn't coming quite yet. They've had a little bit more trouble getting hold of that. We should be all right. We don't need one until the summer, so I expect to come and pick that up in a couple of months' time, but it's getting the silage stuff going. And we're not using a forage harvester on here. We've got something that the farm didn't have that we wanted to pick up is this, a Pottinger Faro. So yeah, they know, Robert knows I'm coming down here to collect these, so this is all good. Yeah, so we've got a Pottinger Faro as a pickup, a 4010, one of that. That should do us pretty well on the farm. We've got a Windrower, a top 612C is the Windrower we've got, and then we've got two Pottinger mowers here, which are very nice. Yeah, Nova Disc 812, and what was this one? I can't remember what this one is. But yeah, these should do us very nicely. I must have it written on it somewhere. I don't think it does by the looks of things. I'm just anyway, yeah, so this is our new setup for our silage side of things. So we're going to hook those up to our G190 here. We've got the nice thing about this actually, and the nice thing about these Pottinger mowers is that we're able to use a set of butterflies because these are slightly less power requirement than your average set of butterfly mowers. Normally you're needing at least 200 horsepower to use a set like this. We are fortunate in that we're getting to use this with a much lower horsepower. I think it's 60 horsepower for the front mower. So we'll connect that up. And only about 90 horsepower for the rear mower. So we're not, you know, we're only going to take about 150 horsepower. This being a G190 has 190 horsepower available to us, so it's a good tractor for that. And I think this is the first time that we have, I've got this out on a vlog. This G190, absolutely brilliant tractors for doing this kind of work. Mainly because the wheels are so far forward. There is another version of this tractor where the axle turns, not the wheels, and those are really, really good for doing grass work. We've not got that on here. Our farm is not that. I need to get in here and get that connected up. There we go, all connected. So let's jump back in this. And we're going to have to head up to the farm. Ooh. Oh, God. Stuff's creaking today. We're going to head up to the farm and get the... and go and start cutting some grass. And then we'll hopefully come back down here later, pick up the rest. He wants that all gone by today. So we can try this equipment out, see how it works, and go from there. Actually, if I'm going to do my grass fields. Whoa. Gonna want to go to the right from here. So yeah, let's do that. We all clear? I think we're all clear. So now that we've rearranged the farm a bit, we have 3 grass fields on here. We've got the one just to our right here, and then we've got one just to our left here, which is where we're gonna start. And we're gonna do all 3 fields as silage at this time of year. It makes a good time for us to make this cut. So let's open this gate. And yeah, some nice big grass fields that we have on the farm. Produce all of our hay and all of our silage, all of our grass silage. The sheep and cows both have grass silage and grass, which is good. Which is why we focus on grass silage here, and not on, we don't do any maize, because I find that, the cows will take corn silage, and the thing is, we only have 2 silage bunkers that we fill, or we're planning to fill each year. One is one is for clover silage, and the other is for the grass silage. Let's switch over. There we go. And then we can turn that on. I can just hear it. There we go. And yeah. So, I don't want to get too close, obviously, but you can see the rear one is on, so that is all working properly. The front one is also on. Yeah, I can see it moving under there. Do not want to get too close to those spinning blades. And then we lower and lower. Are we both lowered? I think we are. No, we've not got the front one lowered. Let's lifted that. My hydraulics and everything done. Yeah, there we go. Let's try this again. Back have gone down. Why hasn't the front? There we go. And away we go. So yeah, we can get this field cut now and get a good amount. You can see actually, we want to be careful because I know the grass is nice and damp. That's good. We want its moisture content is not too much of a worry while we are doing silage. Because obviously that will help it ferment to a certain extent. What I do want to try and avoid though is it drying out to hay too quickly. But we're not planning to leave this here very long. My plan very much is to get all of our fields sorted. Right, Got a bit of an odd issue here. The front isn't lowering as it should. I don't know what's up with my front. There we go. Right, that's got it. And down, and away we go. Yeah. Just want to make sure it lifts in that corner. We did miss a little bit in that corner. So not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, I'm going to go around, I'm going to get this cut, and then we'll row it. It doesn't seem to be a massively high yield off this field. So it might be that we do this one today, and then we hold off and do the others later. There we go. Get this into the corner. And round should get a good amount of it. Yeah, it's getting this. We are missing a bit in the back, but it's okay otherwise. So yeah, let's get this field cut and see how we do. We've done 2 runs around the field, and I think we may leave the grass in the around the rest of the farm to grow a little bit longer, because looking at this, we're not getting a massive yield off this. We also have a little bit of a problem with this. The front 3-point is not always working on this tractor. I think we're going to have to take it into the workshop and have a look later, but it's yeah, definitely not working as it should. Go. Let's get this set up. Yeah, front 3-point not behaving itself. That should be okay. Don't have GPS on this tractor, so this is going to be eyeballing it for the most part. And that's mainly because we don't use this tractor for stuff that is... we mainly use this tractor for karting and things like that. Not planned so much to use it for this job. But it is good for this job. Even if this front 3-point is not behaving itself. So, yeah. I don't quite know what's going on there, but we should be alright. And now it's, you see, then it responded as it should. It's weird. So we'll give that a little bit of a go. But you can see that it's not a massive amount of grass we're getting off this. Even though this is ready to cut, this absolutely is ready to cut. It is just not a massive amount. We will see what happens when we go and get the windrower in a bit, and get this all rowed up. But it is at the moment not producing a massive amount, so I think it's going to be a case of letting of getting this collected up, and that will then stagger our fields as well. So it's not the end of the world doing this, but yeah, we'll get some proper fertilizer on here as well. Make sure that this is all good and ready for us to cut again next time. Next time we've got some regrowth later in the year, and go from there. But I'm intrigued to see how much we do get off here, because obviously it is it's going to be a good test for us. Down again, and away we go. Just a couple more rows to do, and yeah, it's cutting nicely. There is grass here, definitely. I just don't know how much it is. I don't know how much we have. It's, yeah, if I lift these up at the end, it's not a massive amount. It is here, I mean, we can see it, but it's yeah, it's not quite the yield I'd have hoped. it may be that we get through this yield and discover actually that there's a fair amount of grass here. We'll see how much this fills up our forage wagon once we've got this road up. But at the moment, I don't know. I don't know how full we're going to get our silage pit, and it's going to be, the thing is, we've got to be careful with the silage pit because we're now going to be filling it over a couple of weeks at least. So I want to make sure that everything in there is going to be good, and well, it's one of those things where we kind of want this isn't ideal really. Should be fine, but yeah, I'd like to have got it all in at once, and you never know, we may get that little extra bit of growth. I think we're actually, yeah, if we're on this route here, pretty much perfect for getting both sides of this in. One of the nice things about this tractor, as well as the very forward wheels for this kind of job, is the whole thing of the visibility. The visibility from this cab is absolutely brilliant. New Holland knew what they were doing when they did this, because it is just, I can see right down behind me. I've got good view over the wheels. You know, I've got a good view out the front. I can see everything that's going on. It's really, really astounding. Right, we are going to store this up at this farm, because the next field we're doing is up this way. Right, so we'll get that folded up, and we'll get that folded up as well. And actually, I think what we can do is we'll go and get the little Fiat out for the next bit, because using the windrower is not a high horsepower job, and it's good to get the older tractor running out. It's actually set up at the moment to go and do some right out of there. Come on. Long tractor often means trouble getting out of gateways. Just need to go and check it didn't bend anything doing that. No, we're good. That'd be bad if it bent my brand new mower on the first day. We'll take this down to the sheep yard. We'll go through the cow yard here, and we'll switch over to the little Fiat, the 180. Is it 180? No, it's a 110. We'll go and switch over to the 110, and that'll be more than enough to run the windrower, and we can sort of exercise more than one of our tractors today. So pop down to the shop in the 11090 here, and we've actually got a set of care wheels on this at the moment because I was getting ready to use it for another job. But it will do this job rather nicely with this windrower on the back. Now I'm going to get this in here and going to go and get the... I need to go and unfold the windrower and then go and put all of the tines in, because we've got a whole load of tines at the back. So yeah, you can see them there. So I'm just going to go and get this unfolding, and then I'll go and put the tines on the back, and we'll go do the deal with that. There we go, got all the tines into the combs, so we'll now be able to just get this started. First up, we need to close the gate because I'm not going to be able to get all this. Hopefully we'll see how well this rows up now. So I'm going to do the headlands first, because this has quite a nice clearance, and we'll start in this corner. So start her up her down, and yeah, fairly good width on this, not massive but not crazy either. Slightly smaller than the one this farm came with, and yeah, look at that. So this is what I was talking about before. That is not the biggest piles of grass that we've got off the back here. Definitely feel we need a little bit longer around here and let the grass grow up a little bit more. So that's what we'll do. We'll get this field done today. Good way for us to test the new equipment. But I think overall, what we're going to have to do is just leave our other grass fields a little bit longer, let them grow a little bit higher, and then we'll get a better yield of grass off those. So we've gone with 3 headlands this time, and I'm just coming to the end of the 3rd one. And the way I'm going to do this is because this is getting a tighter and tighter bit into here. We'll just lift that at the end, and then we're able to just come round and get this bit started, line ourselves up on that, drop it down. And then one of the nice things actually about this potager windrower is it raises the cones really, really high. It means that having done headlands like this, although I want to be careful to make sure that we drive over them as least as possible, or as little as possible. What it does give is me the ability to lift over the headlands and not have to worry about it. So it means that I can do that, reverse up, and get myself back in without too much hassle, like so. And yeah, we're able to. We then don't tend to disrupt the headlands too much doing this, which is really good. It's going to make it so much easier to get everything picked up with the forage wagon, which is brilliant. Looks like we're getting some larger mounds of grass from the inner part of the field, which is good news. Although there's a fair amount actually on the outer part as well. So yeah, I think this might not be as bad as I'd originally worried it might be. But it's working out okay. I still think that we could possibly get more grass if we leave our other fields a little bit longer to grow. So we're going to do that, and that will all be good. Oh, come on. These things are always a pain to reverse, though. They act a little bit. They almost act like a dolly trailer, which I can do, but it's just yeah, much better if you can get a straight turn and just turn and be done with it. Most of my way through this field now, and I think next time I get this out, I will probably use this with the G190. It works. It's by no means bad, and it's a great little windrower. This. My trouble is the turning circle on my 11090 is just not wide enough. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of maneuvering I don't want to do, and I need to be careful of that with this. Even with well, I probably should have had. I think the care wheels are okay. They're gonna mush down less. Looks like I missed a load of grass at that point. But yeah, I think just from the point of view of being able to get a turn in. Because even if I turn out this way, I then can't get the turn round in there, you see? And then we have to take that a little bit more extreme. And that's not always good. So, yeah. I think a tractor with a better turning angle definitely would be good around here. But otherwise, as I said, this little windrower has done well, and I had lots of questions from people about the size of equipment we have on the farm, and yeah, I don't think anything we have is massively too big. I think I do think a lot of the grass stuff that they had in the size of the windrower and things were a little bit oversized for the farm. The last farm, I think he must have gone a little bit overboard and stretched himself too far as a result as well. from the looks of things. But he, you know, we are in a better position now than I think they were. And the T7 I think is probably the biggest machine that you'd see on a farm of our size. It's not. I mean, you could go higher. You could go to something like a T8 or something like that, but it would be overkill for what we're doing here. If we were a bigger farm, yeah, again, you'd want to get jobs done a bit faster, maybe. Yeah, you know, when we're using this 11090 a fair amount, and the G190 served this farm as its top tractor for a while. There we go, and turn that off. And I'll go and take the tines out so that we can get this transported. There we go. Fold that up, and we can get it out the field. Yeah, this works very, very well. It's going to serve us absolutely brilliantly. So I'm going to take this down to the other farm. We need to, whatever way I look at this, I now have to drop some stuff off a tractor. So I'm going to go and drop the mowers off the 190, and we'll get that down to the shop, come back up here and collect up. Yeah, actually I can leave that open. Let's leave that open. We've not got anything in that field. But yeah, we'll go and get the G190 and go and get the forage wagon with that, and then we can head back up here and get the grass collected and get it into our bunker. Back at the field in the G190, and we have the Pottinger Farrow on the back. What I want to do is bring myself in, and then we can go and close the gate so that we can get this first row. I want to leave it open. Well, I think we probably, I don't know, we're going to see how much we get now. Because we have this on the back. So let's turn it on. Drop it down. And yeah, this should easily be able to hold this. I don't know if this, well, we'll see how well this does on this, which I think is a slightly lower yield than than I would normally expect from these fields. I think the condition of these fields isn't great. So hopefully we can sort these. I'm hoping we're not going to have to plough all these up. Just want to have a look quickly, actually, now that we've got it cut. I don't know. Condition of the field is not looking great, if I'm honest. So yeah, it may be that we need to plough up and reseed these. If that's the case, I'm going to have a look at my field layout and maybe see if we've got better fields for us to use as grass and better for us to use as arable. And we have already chosen and ploughed one of the grass fields up because A, the grass in it was not very good, and B, I wanted to add an extra arable field to the farm. So we're all good from that point of view. How are we doing? We're looking pretty full. Let's see if I can jump up on the side here, pull myself up on the top. There we go. Oh, nope. There we are. Okay. Yeah, we're doing fairly well. We'll just keep cracking on and get this filled up. Getting pretty full now out the back. I reckon we're about 80–85% full. So I want to be careful. That will go and cut off once it reaches level. Go. And must be getting fairly full now. Trying to keep myself on the right course. And oh, there we go. So yeah, nice automatic cut off on this Pottinger. It will cut that off and do it. So we're gonna get several loads off here. We've got a decent size in this, and yeah, we're gonna get a few loads of grass off here to put towards grass silage. And yeah, 3 fields of doing this is gonna be very good for us. I think a lot of our silage really is done in May. We are cutting this late April, which is a little bit early. And as I said, I think that's going to be I think we're going to end up with a better amount than that looks at the moment. I'm slightly more in here actually at the moment than I was expecting. So that's good. We should be able to... Right, we'll take this round here. We want to get this into our silage bunker. And get that done. And it will be good. So, round and into here. And these silage bunkers are huge. You can see the kind of amount of grass they were doing here previously. Not so much doing clover and things like that, but yeah, the huge amount of grass that they used to do silage for here. So let's empty that. We can. It's interesting. What's wrong with this now? Let's give it another go. Everything's connected up as it should be. But the trailer will not open. Oh. I am going to have to go and have a word with the guys down at the workshop. Brand new, and it won't work. Okay, I think in that case, I'm going to leave this here, and I'll go and see if I can work out what's wrong with this forage wagon. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.